Hey, make sure to buy some chocolate cake for me for dessert tonight. Got it?
But I just finished at the store. I'm already driving home right now.
Well, then I guess that settles it, doesn't it? You and I are getting divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I'm out of the house right now, so make sure that you send out the divorce papers for me while I'm gone.
Wait, what are you talking about? You can't just bring up divorce like this all of a sudden. What is all this about?
Well, it's all your fault. Maybe you should have learned to be a better cook and actually take care of me.
What are you even saying? I just can't understand.
And not only is your cooking nasty, but you've been serving me less and less. I have had it with you. I don't have any more patience for this kind of nonsense.
But I was doing it all for you. I didn't mean to upset you with my cooking.
If you were really doing it for me, then you would have at least let me eat as much as I want. Are you forgetting which of us here actually has a job and works?
Please don't talk to me like this. It isn't fair.
Well, then you should have bought me that cake as soon as I asked for it. I literally tried to give you a chance, and you just whined about how it makes your drive home longer.
Well, what if I turn around now and go buy your cake? Will that fix all of this?
It is way too late for any of that now. It's not just about the food. I have so many other different problems with you, you know? I just can't stand living with you any longer. I am sick of you.
But I don't get it. Where is all this coming from? What did I do?
You're a housewife, and yet you are constantly slacking off on everything. You're useless.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that I was letting the house get that bad. I thought I've been working really hard.
Well, how many times have I had to ask you to make sure that there is always booze and some snacks in the house for me? And yet there is never enough. You are too lazy to buy enough for me.
I'm so sorry. You know that everything I do it so that I can be with you, right?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I am sick of it. You do know that I'm your husband, don't you?
Of course I do. How could you even ask that? You're the most important thing in my entire life.
Well, it sure doesn't seem that way to me most days. You ought to be worshiping the ground that I walk on. I want you to make sure that the house is full of snacks that I like from now on. I want only my favorite food for every meal. If you can't at least do that, then you really are just useless.
Please, don't you think all that is just a bit too much?
How can you say that to me when I'm the one coming home tired from work every day? All I ask is that you keep the house clean, do all of the shopping, and cook for me. Is it really so much?
But I do all of that. I've never once asked you to help me with the housework.
And I'm supposed to be grateful for you doing the bare minimum? Besides, you have definitely asked me to clear the table.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that was such a big ask, and I only asked you because you had your stuff all over it.
You see, you're making more excuses again. You always try and make me do all of the chores around the house. Well, since I'm already doing everything by myself, what is the point of having you around?
Please don't act like this.
Listen, you are my wife. The only job you have is to do whatever I ask of you. Do you understand? Get that through your thick skull already.
Can't we just meet in person and talk about this? I really don't want to get things mixed up over text, and I think it would be better that way.
There is no need to talk about this. I've already decided that you and I are getting divorced, and that is that.
But I have something that I really need you to hear, and I think it's best that we talk about it in person. I really think it would help.
Man, you're persistent. Just do as I say and get the divorce papers already. I don't want to hear another word out of you until you do.
Trent, please, just listen to me for once. My name is Kelly, and I am 33-year-old housewife. I have been married to my husband, Trent, for 8 years. I always thought that I was doing all that I could to be there for him, so when he asked me for a divorce, I was quite shocked. After that, he started ignoring my messages and refused to talk to me in person about anything. I really wasn't sure what to do. Was he being serious about the divorce? I worried about it for a whole week. That was when I got a message that I never expected.
Hi there, I just wanted to let you know that your husband is mine now, so hurry up and send off those divorce papers, okay?
Excuse me, but who is this, and what are you talking about?
Are you stupid or something? Just think about it for a moment, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I'm Trent's girlfriend. Of course, name is Vicky.
His girlfriend?
That's right. I wish I could be his wife, but that can't happen until you two are finally divorced.
So then, you and Trent have been having an affair behind my back? Is that what you're saying?
Don't use words like affair. Trent and I are just soulmates that have finally found each other. We just didn't get to each other in time to marry, it seems.
I see. So then how long have you and Trent been together?
We've been dating since a year ago. In fact, we're even living together now. And in that time, he's told me all about you.
Has he now? And what has he told you?
He told me all about how even though you spend all day at home, you never do any of the housework. So unlike you, I plan on treating him with the respect he deserves. I won't cook him nasty food like you always do.
I do all of the housework, though.
That's not what Trent told me. Anyway, I'll make sure to cook him the best meals around and as much as he wants. I'm going to be that exact opposite of you. That is, a good wife.
And just what have you been feeding Trent while you two have been together?
I've been making him whatever he wants. Something you don't seem to be capable of. Homemade fried chicken by the bucketful. And for dessert, I always make sure to have some chocolate cake or cupcakes ready for him.
And you think those are things that I'm just incapable of cooking?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I know that you're a terrible cook. That's why he chose me. And that's why he's so thankful every time I cook for him. So that is why I need you to sign those divorce papers.
Hold on for just a second. You can't just expect me to do what you say.
I have been waiting so long to marry this man, and you are the only thing standing in our way. We want to go and get married today, so just get out of our way.
You two want to get married today?
That's right. This is the day that the two of you started dating. So Trent thought it would be the perfect day to get married. It has to be today.
Is that the only reason you want to do it today?
That's right. We need to make sure that you know this is all your fault.
This is all really sudden and really ridiculous. Either way, I just won't be able to get all the paperwork done today.
You can't cook for your husband. You can't sign paperwork. You can't do anything, apparently. You're a useless woman who can't even take care of your husband. That's why you need to divorce him right away. Why do you want to make Trent suffer even more?
I don't want to make Trent suffer at all. That isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, then divorce him now. Pay him his alimony and be done with it.
Oh, wait. You think I'm going to have to pay him alimony? How do you see that working?
Do you really not know anything about how this works? You weren't able to satisfy your husband, so this is all your fault, and you'll have to pay.
I don't really think that a reason like that would hold up in court.
And that is why you're a useless wife. And everyone knows that the person at fault is the one that has to pay. It's just how these things go.
That's not how these things go at all. Plus, even if it was, Trent was the one who cheated on me. Wouldn't he have to pay me instead?
I told you it wasn't an affair. He did it out of true love, so make sure that you pay him child support as well.
Child support? What are you talking about? We don't have a kid.
I know you don't. I'm talking about Trent's kid that I am holding inside of me right now. We'll need even more money from you now.
Wait, Trent got you pregnant? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Are you really that surprised? I'm pregnant with Trent's child and there's nothing you can do about it.
I was a fool for ever trusting that man. I can see that now.
Well, now that you realize that, the best move for you is to divorce him. That's really all that matters. And pay the child support.
And just why should I have to pay child support for a kid that isn't even mine?
Wow, Trent was right. You are really good at trying to get out of your responsibilities. Here you go, doing it again. Or maybe you're just jealous because you could never have a kid.
That's not it at all. Please don't be ridiculous.
I mean, I know that you can't have kids, but if you think that that is going to get you out of paying child support, you have another thing coming.
You're acting like a child yourself right now. You realize that, right?
Name calling will get you nowhere. You barren old hag. We'll even let you raise the kid if you want.
What are you talking about now?
I mean, it isn't like you have much else going on in your life, right? You can't do anything else, right? The least you can do is try to take care of our kid. We'll even hire you as our live-in maid, but we won't pay you.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Of course I do. I'm making you take responsibility for all the things that you've done to Trent over the years. I'm setting up our happy future together.
Do you not even want the kid you have right now? You don't even want to raise it yourself?
I'm sure the kid will be cute and stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of having to raise it. That would just be a giant pain for me.
How can you say that? Why bother having a kid if you don't want to play any part in its life?
Well, that is why I'm suggesting that you raise it for us. I've already thought of that.
Well, then the answer from me is no. I don't care how cute the child is. I am not going to be part of this sick little game that you've set up.
So then you're just going to abandon this child? Don't you have any pity in your heart? All right then. I guess we'll just have to settle with taking all your money from you instead.
You are the one trying to abandon your child. And I am not going to be paying you a single cent, so you can forget about that too.
Don't get so uppity with me. You have no right to turn us down. Just who do you think you are?
I am not getting uppity, and I certainly have no duty or obligation to pay either of you anything.
Are you sure you want to go down this path? You realize that we'll have no other choice but to bring in a lawyer then.
You really think a lawyer would take a case like this?
Of course they will. We'll hire the most elite lawyer in town and force you to pay us. We're going to leave you a penniless maid that no one would ever hire. You'll be completely destroyed once we're done with you.
And you really think that you're going to win if you go through with this?
Well, no duh. You're not giving us any other choice but to make you pay. If you had just agreed to hand over the money, then things might have been different.
All right, fine then. Let's get this divorce moving then.
Oh, good. I'm so happy that you finally started to see reason. I was ready to tear you apart, but I guess I can let you go now.
Whatever, but you do know that Trent is a late-state diabetic, right? I'm sure that you will do all you can to help him with his condition.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I was working so hard to try and help him manage his disease, but I am relieved to see that he'll be with someone who cares about him so deeply. I'm sure you'll do the best you can.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean he has diabetes?
Oh, did Trent not mention that to you? He's had the condition all his life, but in the past few years, it's gotten much, much worse.
Gotten worse? How so? What are you talking about?
Well, not only does his body have trouble managing its insulin, but he recently has been developing some kidney problems too. I mean, you've seen how much the man drinks, right?
Of course I have. Just last night, he drank about 10 beers, and he always drinks a lot whenever we go out to eat.
Yeah, that sounds just like Trent. Last I heard, his various conditions were starting to affect his other organs as well, places like his lungs and heart. I really don't know how much longer he has.
No, that's a lie. He always seems so healthy to me. You're lying to me.
I have no reason to lie, though. I was always trying to help him watch what he was eating, but he never took the doctor's order seriously. The doctors gave some really serious warnings that his body was reaching its limits.
His body is reaching its limits? So that's why you were managing the food you were giving him so strictly?
Of course. I was worried about his health and was only doing what the doctor recommended that I do to help save Trent's life.
But he didn't tell me anything about this.
That also sounds like Trent. He never took his condition or the medical advice seriously. I've gotten used to it, though, and try to help him through it anyways.
You're really starting to annoy me with the goody two-shoes act, you know that? You think you can care about him more than I do?
That's not what I'm trying to say. But I used to be a nurse before marrying Trent and used to see many patients just like him, so I'm just used to it, I guess.
Wait, you used to be a nurse?
That's right. That's why I didn't really mind putting in the effort to help him, but Trent is not the easiest patient or person to deal with.
Wait, no, hold on. If this is all true, then I don't want to marry him after all.
Oh no, really? But what happened? I thought that you two were soulmates.
No, I have to break up with him. Otherwise, I'll be the one having to take care of him all this time, right? Change of plans. Don't bother sending out the divorce papers.
Oh, you should have said that to me earlier. I already submitted them.
Wait, you did what? What is the matter with you? Whatever, it's fine. At least we can both be free from this guy and just live our lives.
But aren't you guys getting married today?
No way is that happening.
But I heard you already signed the marriage certificate. Is that wrong?
No, that's right. And I told him that I was ready for him to submit the papers at any time. But why do you know that?
I bumped into Trent at the courthouse there. He had signed marriage papers in his hand. He was laughing about how he was going to go from divorced to remarried all in the space of a single day.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm afraid not. I guess I should tell you congratulations on your marriage, huh?
No, I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
Most people are a little happier on their wedding day.
This is nothing to be happy about. I can't be married to a guy like this. I'll have to divorce him as soon as I can.
That seems a little hasty, don't you think? Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to make sure that you two pay me what I'm owed. You can count on that.
What? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I am. You two were cheating on me behind my back, after all.
Well, then you should be happy to be rid of him, right? You should be thanking me for taking him off your hands.
Oh, trust me, I am thankful. Very much so. But that is a whole different matter, legally. Anyways, I'm going to go and find a lawyer now.
Wait, please don't do this. I'm so sorry for everything that I did. Just please forgive me.
I'm afraid that was far too late for this. Anyways, you will be hearing from me and my lawyer soon, so I will talk to you then.
Please don't do this. I'm so sorry. You have to help me. I can't do this all on my own.
I ignored all of Vicky's texts to me after that, and I hired a trusty lawyer who got me everything I was owed in the divorce. Trent cried and screamed the whole time, but in the end, he paid up. I blocked the two of them on everything after that. Not long after that, Trent's parents came to apologize to me, and they told me that they had disinherited him. All of our mutual friends cut Trent off. In fact, I even heard Trent's old friends and their family members decided to cut him off as well. It wasn't long after that Vicky tried to divorce Trent, but he, of course, refused to sign any papers. His condition only worsened, and soon he wasn't even able to work. Vicky had to begin to pay for everything for the two of them. They fought often, and rumors spread all over their neighborhood. I ended up returning to my nursing job not long after the divorce. It feels like I've regained control of my life, and I couldn't be happier with my situation.
Greg, can we talk for a bit?
Francine? What's up?
I wanted to talk to you about Grandma. Do you have a second?
Is everything okay? Did she get sick or something?
If she had, I wouldn't be sitting here calmly texting you, don't you think? She's already 80, right? And she's not getting any younger. I figured we should discuss our plans for the future. Have you put some thought into it?
Plans for the future? What do you mean?
I mean, she's stuck living at that big house alone. You don't expect her to do that forever, right? She's gonna go stir crazy cooped up there. She's been complaining about her hips, too. I'm worried about her. That house is in the middle of nowhere, too. What if something happens to her? We might not even be able to reach her in time. So I wanted to ask you if maybe we should start thinking about putting her into a retirement home or something. What do you think?
A home? Where would we get the money for that? I certainly don't have it. And I don't think you do either.
Okay, how about this? If we sell the old house, that should give us enough, right? I was actually looking into this a bit over the past few days, and what I found seemed kind of promising. Apparently, we can get a pretty good price for the land where Grandma lives.
Really? Are you sure? What kind of research did you do?
I just made a few calls to a couple local real estate agents. They all said about the same thing. I called around some local retirement homes too. I found a couple that seemed pretty good. They basically let her live an independent life and just check in on her every now and then. I think that might be good for Grandma. You know how she always wants to do everything herself.
You really have been thinking about this, huh? I don't know, though. Is that really what she wants? Maybe we should think about this a bit more. Like, she really enjoys that house, doesn't she? I don't know if she'll want to give it up so easily. And having to move to a new area...
Well, I don't want to force her if she doesn't want it, of course. I just wanted to ask you about it. You know, I'm just worried about her living alone so far away and all. I'd love to be able to move in and live with her at the house, but unfortunately, I don't think it'll work out with my job and everything. The hours are brutal sometimes. I guess she could always move in with me, but I'm sure she wouldn't want that. She always puts up a fuss about troubling people and stuff. It really wouldn't be any issue for me, but I don't want her to feel guilty. So I've been thinking about it a lot and really think a retirement home might be the best solution for her.
What if I started living with her at her house then?
What? You do that? Don't you have a family? Can you really just up and move like that? What about your wife? What will she think? Will Marie really be okay with just packing up everything and moving like that? That's a pretty big ask, especially on such short notice, right?
Oh, don't worry about that. I think she'll be fine with it. We've actually been talking about something like this recently. She was telling me that she wasn't doing well adjusting to city life. I think the more relaxed pace of the countryside is just what the doctor ordered, you know?
Really? Well, I guess that wouldn't be so bad if you're honestly okay with it.
Grandma's place is actually pretty nice. I think it might be perfect for Marie, too. Like, it's only a 30-minute drive from the city. That's basically a suburb. And it's pretty quiet around Grandma's house, too. Just a nice little countryside town.
I mean, I guess. If peace and quiet is what you're looking for, it's definitely nice. But what about you? Will you be able to go to work and stuff okay?
Oh, it's no problem at all. Recently, I've been able to work from home anyway, so it's not an issue.
Really? Did you change jobs or something? What happened to the last company you were working for?
Oh, that place was no good for my mental health. The work-life balance was awful, and they had me working like a dog for pennies to the dollar. I knew I had to get out of there, so I quit. The gig I got now is great. I get to work from home, and I'm actually making bank here compared to the last place.
You managed to break free from the corporate world? Good for you, man. So you can pretty much work from anywhere now? And you're sure the pay is all right? I'm actually kind of surprised. It doesn't seem like you to go for something like that.
Maybe not before, but it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, you know? You gotta change with the times or you're gonna get left behind. Well, I make it sound simple, but it's not like it's without its problems too, of course. Can't stay cooped up all day and all, right? But it works out pretty well for everyone, don't you think? Sounds like a win-win to me. I get to keep working and Grandma gets some company. No problems there, right?
I guess that's fine. But let's ask Grandma what she thinks before we make any moves, okay?
Yeah, good call. Thanks for bringing this up. I can go back to her place and say hi in the next few days, and we can talk about it then.
Oh, do you want me to come too? I don't know if you need to soften the blow or something.
Nah, don't worry about it. You got work and everything to worry about, right? You just take it easy and leave everything to me.
It's fine. I haven't seen her this month yet, so I should probably go and drop by at some point soon.
You were visiting her every month? Really?
Well, like I said, I'm worried about her. And I bet I can guess that you haven't been to see her in a while.
You got me there. All the more reason why I should be the one to do this now. Grandma did so much for us. I need to help pay back her kindness. She raised us like her own kids after Mom and Dad passed, after all. Now it's our turn to care for her. If I don't at least live with her, I feel like I'll face some kind of karmic retribution someday.
Just make sure she's comfortable with all this first, okay? We don't want to put her on the spot. And if you suddenly just decide to live with her out of the blue, she might need some time to adjust. Just give her some time to process all this, yeah?
Yeah, I ain't gonna force her or anything. Don't worry about that. I'll talk to her and let you know what she says. Have a good night.
Hi, Greg. How's it going with Grandma? You started living with her, right? Is Marie doing all right too? Is country living everything she dreamed of?
Everything and more, baby. She loves it here. Grandma's living her best life too. She basically spends all day in the fields. She basically only pops back in for dinner and then disappears again.
Oh, Grandma, come on. I told her she needs to stop working already. I know I shouldn't complain too much about her work ethic, but she needs to just take a break sometimes too.
Well, it's what she wants to do, right? Like you said, that's the most important thing, isn't it? We should be thankful she's active and able to move around at all.
I guess, but in a way, it's kind of like both a blessing and a curse. I'm still worried about her. What if something happens to her?
She's in good hands, trust me. I'll make sure she doesn't work too hard. And Marie basically took over all of the housework. If anything, Grandma's working less than she used to. She seems to be thankful for Marie's kitchen skills, too. Grandma and I both looked out with her, huh?
I guess I can't argue with that. Thanks for helping out with everything. Sounds like things are going well. I've been worried about Grandma for a long time. I'm glad you're there for her.
Me too. But I gotta say, she's been acting kinda strange recently.
Huh? In what way?
She's been acting kinda dazed lately. It's like she doesn't seem all there sometimes.
Seriously? That doesn't seem right. Last time I saw her, she seemed like her normal self.
Well, I'm the one living with her, and I definitely picked up on it. Maybe it's just something you have to be around her all the time to see. She is over 80 now, too. She's not gonna be as sharp as she used to be. A bit of aching hips and some mental fogginess isn't exactly unusual. I don't think you have to worry too much about it.
I mean, you say that, but I guess I just want to see her for myself now. I'll come and visit sometime soon, okay? Can you make time?
Weren't you just here? I'm sure it's fine. Don't push yourself. You don't live close by and work is busy, right? That's what you were telling me before.
But you said she wasn't doing well.
Forget it. She's fine, okay? Don't worry about it. If something happens, I'll let you know. You just focus on your own life.
I don't know, though. Are you sure she's okay?
Although, maybe we should move her to a home after all.
Why? So something did happen?
Nah, nothing major yet. She's doing okay for now. But it's only a matter of time, right? With her age and all. If she starts to lose more of her mental faculties, it's gonna be tough for all of us to keep living together.
That's true. But she really is okay for now?
Oh yeah, no problems here. But you brought up moving her to a home not too long ago, right? I talked to Grandma about it, and she doesn't seem to be against the idea either. Maybe we should think about going through with it depending on how things go here.
Okay, then what about the house? Do we really sell it?
Actually, I was thinking about staying here myself. It might be more convenient that way too. Like, we usually all come back here for the holidays, right? If we get rid of the house, what'll we do then?
I won't argue that the house is nice to have and all. But what about the money? It won't be cheap to get a nice retirement home, you know. If we don't sell the house, do you have a plan?
Grandma's got some savings, right? I'm sure it wouldn't hurt her to dip into those just a bit. She's always kept a pretty tight purse.
But we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We might need that money someday. I prefer to not rely on our savings if we don't have to. It's just safer that way, you know? Of course, I can pitch in a bit too if we're really in a pinch. I don't know if it'll be enough, though.
Unfortunately, I can't say I'm in a position to do the same. Sorry, sis.
Yeah, I know. You've got your family to take care of and all. We can find another way to make it work. We're just discussing options at the moment, right?
Yeah. Thanks for understanding, Fran. I wish I could do more, but you know how it is sometimes. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on Grandma, and then we can make a decision sometime later, okay? We don't have to hurry and jump to any conclusions right now.
I guess. Just be careful, okay? Let me know if anything happens.
Francine, are you there? Can I call you?
Sorry, I'm on the bus right now and it's pretty crowded. Can you text instead? What happened? Is everything okay?
All right, I want you to stay calm and not freak out. Can you do that? Grandma's gone. I can't find her anywhere.
What? What do you mean gone? Where'd she go?
She hasn't come back home since this afternoon. I don't know where she could have went.
Are you kidding me? Why would she leave?
I'm serious, and I have no idea.
Did you call the police? Someone has to look for her.
I let them know and they said they keep an eye out.
What could have happened to her? Do you have any idea?
I bet she forgot where she lives and she's just wandering around somewhere. I told you she was starting to lose it, didn't I?
That's ridiculous. She wouldn't forget something like her own address so fast. She's been living at the same house for decades now. Do you know how dementia works at all?
I told you to stay calm. You don't have to get so angry. Besides, I don't know what else it could be, unless you have any bright ideas. She just decided to walk out without telling us or anything.
Grandma, what could have happened to you? Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. See you soon.
Even if you came, what difference would it make? It's not like we'd magically find her with one more pair of eyes.
There's gotta be some clue or something as to where she went. I don't believe she'd just walk out for no reason. It just doesn't make sense. And besides, you know she doesn't have the best legs. She couldn't have gone that far. If anyone can help find Grandma, it's me.
Don't count me out so easily. I've been looking for her too. I've been out calling her name for the past few hours. But I can't find her at all. Like I said, she's gone.
I don't care. I'm coming and that's final. See you soon.
Okay. Sorry about all this. Be careful on your way here. Don't rush and get yourself into an accident.
I'm fine. I can make it there quickly enough. I'll let you know when I'm nearby.
Hey, Francine, I just heard back from the police. They said you came to the station to get her and took her with you. Why would you do that? She was fine here.
You're right. I can't hide it anymore anyway. She's with me.
I guess she told you everything then, huh?
You mean how you basically kept her as your slave the whole time you were living together? How Marie would constantly throw shoes and stuff at her and leave horrible bruises? Or do you mean how the two of you literally chased her out of her own house?
I guess the cat's out of the bag. It's a relief to me not to have to pretend everything's fine anymore, too.
You're heartless. How could you do this? After all she did to raise us two. What's the matter with you? I'll be taking care of Grandma from now on. I never want to hear from you ever again.
You're gonna take care of her all by yourself? You really think you can do that? You do you. Just don't bring her back here, okay? Now that she's gone, we finally have the place to ourselves. We finally get some peace and quiet here for once.
You two are in big trouble. I hope you're ready for what comes next, because it's not going to be pretty for you.
Oh, such big talk. Should I be scared? What are you and that old bag gonna do?
Do you have any idea of how bad the things you did even are? That's actually disgusting. How could you do this to the woman who raised you like her own son? She did everything for us.
Oh my god, shut up. I knew you were gonna scream about this if you found out. Ugh. Whatever. Why does it even matter? It's not like she's got that much time left anyway. Why should it matter what she thinks? She never really cared about me, so I don't really care about her. I only let her leave for your sake anyway.
My sake? Why do you even care about me?
I mean, taking care of that old bag is tough for a single woman, right? I didn't think you'd be able to handle it, so I figured she'd be better off on her own. I mean, what kind of guy would want to marry a woman who's already taking care of someone else? Would you even have time to take care of a husband? So Marie and I decided we'd just let her find her own way from now on. I just wanted us to have a little bit more freedom. You should be grateful that you have an older brother like me willing to look out for you.
I can't believe you! You were the one talking about getting with the times, but that garbage logic belongs in the past, you creep. Why don't you let me decide what I want to do for myself? And poor Grandma was telling the police she couldn't go home. You traumatized her! She said you wouldn't even give her any of our contact information.
Yeah, because I knew you were gonna get like this and get hysterical. I wish you would have just stayed quiet and avoided this whole thing.
She did stay quiet. She was feeling so awful that she didn't even want to open up to the police. They had to look through her luggage to find anything.
Oh, really? Good for her then.
I'll never forgive you for this. I'm gonna make you pay for this somehow.
Yeah. Good luck. I'd like to see you try. Do whatever you want. That old bag is out of my life now and we're better off for it. Thanks for taking her off our hands for us. When you get tired of her, don't come crawling back to us. We don't want her anymore. I did my part and fulfilled my duty. What's left is your responsibility. Hey, what's the big idea? Why are there people here saying the house is for sale? Did you do this? We're still living here. I never said anything about giving it up.
Funny you should mention that, because it turns out it's not exactly your decision to make. You know who owns the deed to the house? Grandma does. So she happens to be the one with the final say about that. Maybe you should start thinking about packing up soon.
I told you not to bother me about the old lady stuff anymore. This is a losing battle. Just give up and let go.
This isn't old lady stuff at all. We're talking about the house now. Grandma has nothing to do with it. Besides, in this case, you're the one bothering her. You kicked her out of her own house, remember? Anyway, we called the bank and they're gonna send a team to demolish the house so they can reclaim the land next month. So you should leave unless you want your stuff to go down with it.
Why should I? I'm the one who lives here. Don't I get to have a say in this?
Maybe if it was actually your house, you might. But you're freeloading without the owner's permission. That's against the law, you know.
You can't do this to me. I have a right to inherit the house. What's the big deal if I live here or not? You can't just kick me out. Where am I gonna go?
It doesn't matter how old you are. You don't own the house. Grandma does. She's got the deed and everything. It's all in her name. That's not so hard to understand, right?
So what? You can't just demolish the house when someone's living in it. That's not fair. What kind of sister does that to her own brother? Marie and I aren't leaving, so just give it up. God, you're the worst. You're really desperate, aren't you?
So does that mean you two are willing to go to court for it? Because Grandma and I are ready to sue the two of you for neglect.
Sue? You're not serious, are you? You really want it to come down to that? What proof do you even have?
You didn't disagree earlier, right? When I told you that Marie would throw stuff at Grandma and leave bruises.
I didn't say that. Besides, you don't have any proof of that, do you? Is her word against ours?
Only the medical certificate she got when she went to the hospital to get her bruises checked out. Is that good enough proof for you? If not, there's also the police officer who Grandma told about you chasing her out of the house. His testimony might be worth something, but I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. I think we've got a pretty airtight case, but it's up to you. What do you have to say about that?
Jeez, Francine. Suing your own brother? That's low, even for you. Why don't you take a step back and actually think about this? Maybe you should just calm down for a second. Selling the house, suing your brother. Wow. It's just you and me against the world, you know. We don't have anyone else to call family.
Yeah, except for, the one person who raised us on her own as her own children. But oh, wait, you kicked her out of her own house. Do you even realize what you're saying? You're seriously sick. I knew you were nasty, but I didn't know you were this bad.
Look, I told you. It was all for your sake. I just want the best for you, you know? That's why I let her leave. At least believe that. Can't you realize I just want you to be happy?
What? Yeah, right. You didn't let her leave. And you don't care about me or my happiness either. I know what you were doing. You just wanted the house for yourself all along, didn't you?
Now what are you talking about? More bogus claims?
Grandma told me everything. That work-from-home job you told me about. It was all a lie, wasn't it? You weren't working at all. In fact, Grandma said you actually got fired from your last job. You just wanted to move back to the house so you could live rent-free, didn't you? That's the real reason. If you were living there, you knew we wouldn't sell the house.
Hey, hold on a second. Just let me explain myself. I really did want to help Grandma at first when I moved in. That was always the plan. But she was so rude to Marie. Grandma couldn't stand how she did anything. It got on our last nerves and we had to do something about it.
Well, you could have always talked to her about it. Or, just left. After all, as I reminded you before, Grandma was the one letting you stay in her house. So your decision was to torture her until she left her own house? Even you've got to realize how twisted that is, right?
Look, Francine, I'm sorry, but what do you want me to say?
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. You should be telling that to Grandma. And besides, it's a bit late for that now.
I suppose you've got a bit of a point. I guess I should apologize to Grandma. Okay, how about this then? I'll meet up to apologize and then get out of your life. You can cut me out and never talk to me again and we'll call it even.
Sounds good to me. If you never show your face to me and Grandma again, it'll be too soon.
Fine by me. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but I guess we don't have a choice. But in exchange, can I get one last favor? Could you transfer the house to my name before Grandma passes away?
Oh my God. I'm actually speechless.
Please, you're never gonna see me again anyway, right? And besides, I'm her grandson, right? She doesn't have any family besides us anyway. It's not like you're using the house, right? Who's gonna miss it if I take it a bit early? You don't have to be petty about it. I'm gonna get the house eventually anyway, right? So why does it matter whether it's before or after she passes?
And you called me disgusting earlier. Just how far are you gonna go with this? You really are a monster. I mean, your own grandmother. What is actually wrong with you? You talk about her like she doesn't exist. She's still alive and well, despite the nonsense you tried to give me before.
I'm begging you, just let me have this. If I don't have the house, I'm screwed. What do you think I'm gonna do if I get kicked out? It'll be a sucky situation for everyone. Think about what happens if we lose that house. We have so many memories there, right? And how am I supposed to live?
I told you before I was gonna make you pay, right? You told me to go right ahead. And if you were hoping to get anything from the will, well, I hope you weren't praying too hard for a nice windfall. Because I talked to Grandma about it, and you're not gonna get a penny from her. She already cut you out of the inheritance entirely. Did you honestly expect anything else? You won't get the house, You won't get the inheritance. You're not getting anything. And there's no way that's gonna change while she's still alive and kicking either, you weirdo.
No way. Nothing. Give me a break.
Duh! After everything you did, you think you deserve one? Did you honestly believe you could treat a poor old woman like dirt and then turn around and still get a nice little bonus from her after all that? Gee, I wonder why you got fired.
Wow, rude. Then what am I supposed to do? Okay, let's say I took out some loans that kind of need to be paid back. If I didn't get that money, my life would basically be over. What would you want me to do then? Hypothetically, some of those people that I would have borrowed money from might not be the most upstanding of people. In that case, if I didn't pay them back, you don't know what could happen to me. Not that I'd ever do that, of course.
In that case, it would hypothetically be your problem and not ours, right? Maybe if you wanted to borrow money, you should have thought about the consequences of your actions for once in your frickin' life. It would really be too bad if that didn't happen, because I don't think there would be anything me or Grandma would or could do about it. And it would sure be a shame if you had to pay for a lawsuit on top of that hypothetical debt. I don't want to imagine how much extra that would cost. I'm giving you one last chance here, okay? Get out of the house or we'll sue. I don't think you have much of a leg to stand on here. Seems like a pretty cut and dry case to me.
Francine, please, I'm begging you. You can't do this to me. You gotta help me, please. This is really bad. If I don't get that money, I'm actually dead meat. I'll do anything, please, I swear. I'll apologize. I'll do whatever you want. I'll get down on my hands and knees and kiss her feet. Just give me a chance.
Grandma's hurt, you know. Not only physically, but mentally. She raised you like her own son, and this is how you treat her? She feels like you stabbed her in the back and ripped out her trust. That's not just something you can get back by begging and pleading. What you've done is completely unforgivable. You're not her grandson anymore. You're not my brother anymore. You're an embarrassment to our family. I never want to talk to you again. Get out of my life. You've burned your last bridge. At this point, leaving forever is the only thing you can do to repay your grandmother. After that, Greg and Marie came by over and over again to apologize. But when we got a lawyer involved and served Marie her court notice, that was the last we heard of them. The next day, they were already out of the house. Who knows where they fled to? Grandma never actually intended to press charges. She just wanted to light a fire under them. And most of all, she was just glad to have her house back. Not long after that, we heard from the loan sharks that were in charge of Greg's debt. They told me that he was already falling behind on his payments even before he left the house. I let them know all the places I thought he might have fled to, so I suppose it's only a matter of time before he gets caught. And just in case this debt ends up leading to any problems for me or Grandma, I'll just have to find him and make sure he takes responsibility for himself. I hope it doesn't come to that and he'll be able to do what he can to take care of his own skin. In the end, Grandma came down to live with me. She felt guilty about it the whole time and wouldn't stop blaming herself. But after everything that happened, there was no way I was going to let her live on her own. I begged her to let me take care of her, and she eventually relented. To tell the truth, that line about Grandma going to the hospital and getting the medical report was actually a lie she came up with. But if she could think up something like that, I was sure I didn't have anything to worry about her disappearing on me anytime soon. Thankfully, she seems to be enjoying her days living with me in the big city. I don't know how much more time the two of us will have being able to live together like this. But I can't wait to spend as much time with her as I can for as long as we're able to. Being able to be together with her gives me all the happiness I'll ever need. Hey, Eric. I just got off work and I'm going to be coming home soon. What do you have ready for dinner?
Oh, hey, Sandra. I hope that you had a nice day at work today. I am actually making some quiche for us tonight.
Quiche? What is that again? Doesn't that have a lot of vegetables or something?
Yeah, it does actually. I remember you saying last week how you wanted to try eating some nicer meals, so I am trying my hand at making a quiche.
And a quiche is supposed to be fancy?
I mean, it is generally known as a pretty good-looking and nice meal as far as I know, yeah. Who knows? Maybe you can even take some good pictures of it and upload it to your Instagram or something.
Well, I guess I appreciate you making something that is going to look good on my feed. Oh yeah, one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about. I don't think that you and I should live together anymore, and I want to break up.
Wait, what? I don't understand. We've barely been living together for 3 months.
I know. And the truth is that you are a really talented chef who makes some of the most beautiful meals that have ever graced my Instagram. In fact, thanks to you, I have gotten more likes than I have in a long, long time, so you've been convenient to have around in that sense.
Sorry, I've been... convenient? What is that supposed to mean?
Eric, don't you know that I hate vegetables?
Well, I know that they aren't your favorite thing in the world to eat, yes. But that is why I thought you might like them if I baked them into a quiche. Because it isn't just vegetables, you know. The quiche also has bits of bacon and even some sliced boiled egg that I decided to put in it.
You are a chef, not some dietitian, okay? Stop trying to make everything healthy and tasty. You care way too much about trying to cook balanced meals and healthy stuff, and I hate it. How am I supposed to post something like that to my Insta? Huh? All my followers are going to think that I need to eat healthy or something.
But you told me that you did want to try eating healthier. So I made this quiche as a meal that would be healthy, tasty, and aesthetically pleasing. I did it all for you.
Well, why couldn't you have just made it without vegetables? That is all I want to know.
I don't really understand what it is that you are so upset about right now.
I really can't believe you. If you can't even understand this, then you're a failure both as a boyfriend and as a chef.
But I literally work as a chef at one of the nicest restaurants in town.
Whatever. I don't want to hear your excuses. I guess I will just have to go out and pick something up for myself on the way home. Anyways, I want you out of my place. Goodbye, Eric.
Hey, Eric. How's it been? Long time no see, huh? Are you off of work today? Want to go out and grab a couple of drinks with your old buddy John? Man, it really has been so long. We have so much we need to catch up on. I really want to see you if you think you can swing it. Whoa, John. I wasn't expecting to hear from you. Are you in town or something? I am, yeah. So do you think you'll have any time to see me while I am still here? Are you free? Yeah, I'm free, but Well, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that I'm the best person to talk to right now, probably. Hey, what is the matter? Is everything okay, man? Not really. To be honest, I just got kicked out of where I was living. You're kidding me! How did something like that happen? Well, I was dating this girl, Sandra, who was saying that she really wanted me to move in with her. But it only lasted about 3 months. Oh, I think I remember this girl. You and her started dating like a year ago or so, right? That's right. And last night she threw me out. She just up and kicked you out? What did you do to make her do that? Me? I didn't do anything. At least, I don't think that I did anything. Well, can you think of anything that you might have done at all to make her want to throw you out? Well, when I moved in with her, she told me that she saw a lot of potential in me and told me that she wanted me to focus on my cooking while we were together. And then while we were living together, I was helping her figure out what to eat and how to live healthier and stuff like that. So when we first started living together, I already knew that Sandra was the type of person who just hated having to eat any vegetables. Sorry, how old was this girl again? This is an adult who hates to eat their veggies. I know. So anyways, I figured that I would try and find recipes that were healthy and that she would eat. I started off by cutting the vegetables really finely so that you really wouldn't be able to see them unless you were looking for them. I hid them in the food and actually got really good and made some really nice looking healthy dishes. I thought I was doing really well until I realized that what Sandra really wanted to do was be able to eat healthy without eating any vegetables. Wait, I'm confused. Is that even possible? Not for me. So I guess I finally made enough mistakes that she decided she had had enough and threw me out of the house. All because you weren't cooking exactly what she wanted to eat every day? I know, it sounds crazy, but it's all really true. So last night I packed up all my stuff and moved it into a storage space. After that I found a place that I could park my car, fell asleep there, and now I have been spending the day looking for a new place to live. Jeez, that is so much. I'm so sorry to hear that all of that happened to you. Would you ever consider moving in with me? Are you serious? John, that is really nice of you to offer that to me, but I don't think I can just up and move states just like that. But you won't have to worry about that. What do you mean? I'm not following. Well, actually, I am moving back here. Oh, really? I had no idea. Yep, so it shouldn't be that difficult for you. Wow, that is just amazing. Where were you thinking of moving to, by the way? I'm moving to a new condo near Smith Park. You mean that new building? That place looks really fancy. You're going to be moving in there? Yeah, but don't get too excited. It's just a place on the bottom floor. I was looking into moving into a room on a higher floor, but then I thought that while I'm here, my little sister Laura might want to come over and hang out, and you know how she is. Oh, right, Laura. She is the one with the really bad fear of heights, right? I guess that makes sense then. By the way, there is something else that I would like to talk about with you, if that is alright. Yeah, of course. What is on your mind? Well, would you want to go in on this place as roommates with me? So you were really serious about moving in together? Of course I am. I was originally going to move in with another friend and we were going to split the rent, but then that friend ended up finding a job on the West Coast and had to bail. Oh, wow, I see. So you need someone to move in and pick up their portion of the rent, right? Basically, yeah. I figured that we could just split everything evenly. It would save us both money since we wouldn't be living alone and having to pay for everything by ourselves. I hope I'm not being too forward in bringing all this up after you just got kicked out. No, this is all really kind of you, and I just don't know what to say. Well, if you want, how about you come over, bring some of your stuff, and see how you like the space? Even if you don't want to move in, you should at least have a place to sleep in the meantime while you're looking up somewhere else to live. John, I really don't know what to say. Thank you so much. This really means more than you know to me. And while I'm there, if there is anything that you need from me, please just let me know, okay?
Hey, Eric! What is going on here, huh? Why have I seen you going in and out of the fancy new condo by the park? I even saw you poking around on the mailboxes in there. Don't tell me that you are actually living there now. It has only been a month since we broke up. How could you land a place like that so quickly? Hey, don't ignore my messages. Answer me right now, mister. Don't you leave me on red.
Hey, Eric. Thank you again so much for making me lunch. It was just amazing. Hey there, John. I'm just glad you liked it. I mean, the way you cooked those peppers so they were just dripping with flavor. I've never had anything like it. You know, when I was a kid, I actually used to really hate peppers. Now that I'm an adult, I've always been ambivalent about them, but these were just amazing. I'm in shock. Ah, well, I just noticed you really liked those roasted vegetables that I made the other night and made some adjustments to the recipe with the leftover peppers we had. But I guess that means my experiment was a success. You can say that again. It was just incredible. I knew you were a good cook, but I didn't realize I would be splitting my place with a 5-star gourmet cook. You know, I feel bad asking you to make a little something for my sister too, but she just had to try your cooking. You have nothing to apologize for. I am just really happy to be cooking for people who really appreciate the effort. Just seeing you guys enjoy my cooking makes me happy. Oh, Eric. What's the matter? Did I say something wrong? I just mean... Well, it seemed like you were probably thinking about Sandra just now. Am I right? What? No, of course not. What are you talking about? You're not a very good liar, you know. No, I suppose not. But I just want to say that I have really enjoyed living with you, John. I know I'm not the best at other chores like housekeeping, so I'm just really grateful that you're willing to split work like that with me. Oh, Eric, the pleasure has really been all mine. And you don't have to worry about that. I do live here too, after all. Anyways, I was thinking that tonight for dinner, I would make a chicken and asparagus stew. I think you'll really like it. I hope you will, anyways. That sounds amazing. Well, now I can't wait to finish work and get home. Now I get to look forward to seeing you in the soup. Ah, stop it. Okay, well, good luck finishing your work. You can do it. Don't worry. I'll make sure that I get out right at 5. No overtime for me when I have such important things waiting for me back home. Eric, hope your day is going well. I just wanted to say thank you again so much for the delicious lunch. What did you do with these carrots? Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. The carrots are just done in a simple glaze. Really nothing too fancy. In fact, you might have had them before served as sides in a steak place or something like that. You're right! That's where I have seen these before. Do you think that you could show me how to cook them? They are really good. Of course I could. I would love to cook together sometime. Perfect! Then I'll pick up some carrots on the way home and see you this evening. Perfect. I can't wait. Hey, Eric. Do you think I can run something by you really quick? Yeah, of course. What's up? Well, do you ever check Sandra's Insta? No, I actually have never once looked at it, if I'm being honest. Are you serious? But why do you ask? Did she post something there? Well, actually, I just saw someone on Twitter talking about something she posted, but... Well, it is just really blowing up all over the place. What is it? What did she post that is getting so much attention? I just really think that you need to see it for yourself. It is super crazy. Also, didn't you tell me that a couple of months ago she was texting you asking if you lived in the condo? Yeah, that's right. She was asking that. But I never did send her a response. Probably for the best. But knowing her, she probably isn't going to let you get away with having anything nice as long as she can help it. I am just worried that she might be plotting something. Especially after her last post. I would just check it out when you have the time to, okay? Alright, I'll do that for sure. Thank you for the heads up.
Eric, hey! How have you been? I hope everything has been going all right for you. I was just curious. What do you think about moving back in with each other? I have just been doing a lot of thinking lately and realized that I really do think I need a boyfriend who is good at cooking. Plus, since you can afford to live in that nice condo, I figure that is just a bonus. I've been so happy at just the thought of getting to live with you again. Actually, just to be sure, you do still live there, right? I have no idea where you got that kind of money from, but if you are making that much right now, then surely you wouldn't mind me going over there to live with you, right? I can just imagine the view you must have from way up in the building. Just looking down on everyone. It must be magical. Well, I am glad that we were able to have this talk and that you are going to take me back.
Hi, Sandra. Long time no talk.
Oh, Eric! You read my messages.
I have read them, yes. Now, let me correct some things that you're wrong about. First of all, I live on the first floor of the building, so my view is basically the same as any other apartment building.
What, really? Okay, well, that's okay. I can live with that.
Second of all, I never, ever want to live with you again. Do you understand me?
I don't understand. What makes you say that?
I'm seeing someone else. In fact, I'm living with them, actually.
What do you mean? Who are you talking about?
The day after you kicked me out of our old place, I happened to get a message from a very dear old friend of mine who suggested splitting the condo with him.
Him?
That's right. I moved in with him to cut down on my living costs initially. But the more time we spent together talking and cooking and getting to know each other, well, something just clicked.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Quit being such a drama queen. You're not seriously telling me you've switched teams.
I don't see any reason to put a label on it.
Whatever. You've had your fun. Now ditch the chump and let me move in.
Yeah, that is not going to happen. It couldn't even happen if I wanted it to.
But why not?
Well, for one, the lease is under his name.
Oh, well. What does that mean?
It means that if I wanted to stop living with him, that I would have to be the one to move out.
Oh, no. Well, that's not good.
Oh, by the way, I heard about your little Insta fiasco.
What are you talking about?
You have got to be one of the worst chefs that I have ever seen. And don't think I didn't notice how you were captioning all of the pictures of the food I made as if you made them. But after you and I broke up, you had to post some kind of content and so just ordered out from a fancy restaurant, tried to plate it nicely at your own place and uploaded it like that. Obviously, people started to notice that you were just posting food from restaurants, though. And then you started to take some real heat from all the other big cooking accounts.
But I didn't know that you even looked at Instagram.
You're right. Normally I never do. But my boyfriend told me that he saw something about it on Twitter and suggested that I take a look at it if I wanted to laugh.
You're kidding me. You mean people were even talking about me on Twitter? I didn't know anything about that.
I also know that not long after that, you decided to move out of your apartment. I know that you're looking for a new place to live. You must have remembered where I live and thought to yourself that if you could get back with me, you could have a nice new home and start posting my food as if it were yours again. I guess you must have been thinking it would be perfect if you could not only get me back for your Instagram, but upgrade your living situation while you were at it, huh?
Because it would be perfect! Well, fine then. If you and I can't live in that condo, I can accept that. But it doesn't mean that you and I can't live together at all, right? Surely we can find some place to move into. I finally moved out of my apartment because I thought that we would be able to move in together.
Well, you thought wrong.
Please, can't we just get back together?
That isn't going to happen.
But why not? Why can't we just go back to how things used to be? Don't you remember how much fun we used to have being together?
I think you were the only one who got any joy out of being together, actually.
Eric, how can you say something so cruel?
Look, I have already told you that I am seeing someone else and that we are already living together. Besides, why would I want to get back together with you? Despite all the cooking I did for you, you never once even bothered to thank me or show any appreciation, much less offered to buy any ingredients.
What are you talking about? Obviously, the person cooking should have to buy the ingredients. That just makes sense.
Wow. Do you really think that way? That is honestly just messed up. Well, the man I'm with now loves my cooking. Every day around lunchtime, he texts me saying how delicious everything was. He made me fall in love with cooking all over again. And he doesn't act like you and expect me to do all the chores around the house as well. I don't need you to live a happy life because I am already living a happy life right here.
All right, fine. You want me to say thank you more often? Is that it? Sure, if that is all it will take to make you come back, then fine. Thanks. Just make sure you don't feed me anything with vegetables in it and we should be fine.
You really haven't changed in the slightest. No, we are not getting back together.
But why not? I said thanks, didn't I? I promised to say thanks as long as you stop cooking with vegetables. How is this not a good deal?
Because I told you that I am already seeing someone else. It isn't a matter of what you can do for me.
Oh, come on. You can't be serious about all this, right?
Of course I am. I am dating someone else and I will not be breaking up with him just to get back together with you.
I can't believe this. You've got to be joking. But then, where am I supposed to live? What should I do now? My parents already said they were going to disinherit me after they found out about my Insta scandal. I don't have anywhere else I can go.
Your parents are disowning you over Insta? Wow, that is sad.
Please, you have to help me. You need to save me.
Just don't message this number anymore, okay? After that, Sandra's 15 minutes of fame extended to weeks as she became the internet's favorite punching bag. While she was searching for a new place to live, Sandra rented a room for a couple of nights at a rather fancy hotel. But only a couple days after making the reservation, sharp internet users figured out where she was staying. The full wrath of the internet came down on this hotel. In order to avoid any further bad publicity, the hotel's manager canceled Sandra's reservations and told her that she wasn't welcome there. Even her job pressured her to leave, and she had no option but to take a demotion to one of her company's branch offices way out in the country. After that, her Instagram page became filled with pastoral images overlaid by rather melodramatic poems, no doubt written or stolen by Sandra. One day, however, her post just stopped suddenly. I always assumed it was because she was unable to keep up with her phone bill and lost access to the app. But I blocked her and don't really care either way.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.